Have been Sheikh Mohammed Abdullah Sher Kashmir's 119th birth anniversary. Why this day is important? Because when Sher Kashmir Sheikh Mohammed Abdullah Sahab started his journey, Jammu and Kashmir was not the way we look at it right now. People had no rights. We lived under a monarchy, a tyrannical monarchy where all of us were treated as good as serfs or as good as slaves. We had no rights, there were no appeals, there were no courts, there were no fundamental rights, there was no constitution, nothing. The ruler, the monarch could have asked for your death and you could have done nothing. It took us years and decades of struggle to assert our rights. For that, Sher Kashmir Sheikh Mohammed Abdullah came up with a document called Naya Kashmir document. It was a visionary document where in that document he laid out why was it essential that people of Jammu and Kashmir be given the dignity that they deserved. It was a document of dignity. It was not the document of tamasha that the BJP has converted it into. If you look at his vision was not just limited to just coming up with these thoughts, just pinning them down. It was also very practical in terms of he was very smart and he was very intelligent in knowing how economic prosperity was very deeply connected to the dignity a person had, which is why probably one of the best reforms Sher Kashmir embarked on were the land reforms. People of Jammu and Kashmir, I mean, today when you look around, you do not see people of Jammu and Kashmir sleeping under on footpaths. You do not see them sleeping under bridges. Why? Because almost the homelessness in Jammu and Kashmir is as good as nothing. It's lowest in the country. That is because under the, it was following the vision of Sher Kashmir, 13 lakh canals of land was transferred from the zamindars to agrarian workers, to all of us. If you and I and all of us are living in our homes today, somewhere this is the contribution of Sheikh Mohammed Abdullah. Our education level was around 3%. We had to go to our neighbors' homes to get our letters read because we couldn't read our letters. It was Sheikh Mohammed Abdullah Sahab who embarked on something called Jabri School. Jabri School was an idea where people were forcefully taken to schools because culturally we were not inclined towards education. At least back then we were poor also, there were economic factors also. Begum Akbar Jahan Abdullah, she was a visionary leader, also Sher Kashmir's wife. She took women, she held their hands and took in burqa, she would take them to schools. If today a woman like me is able to stand up and speak in front of all of you, somewhere it is because someone walked those footsteps before me. Begum Abdullah did. If today we look at the health contribution, if we look at the health sector of Jammu and Kashmir, we did not have good hospitals. Sheikh Mohammed Abdullah Saab, he went home to home, collected, he literally asked for donations. If I were to ask, and today if you go to Sovra, 4,000 people check in to Sovra or Skims OPDs every day. That is the contribution this one single man had towards Jammu and Kashmir. So as we say, it's one person, thousand revolutions. One last thing I would like to say, a lot of people like to ask, what was his political contribution though? In 1953, the first time when Sheikh Mohammed Abdullah Sahab was arrested, you had a puppet prime minister, Bakshi, was installed. That is when Article 370 and that is when Jammu and Kashmir's autonomy was severely hit. In fact, which is why National Conference always says that we need to go back to the pre-1953 status. Again, when Sheikh Mohammed Abdullah Sahab was arrested, he was in jail. It was Sadiq, a person called Ghulam Mohammed Sadiq, another puppet person under whom the Prime Minister's position was converted to Chief Minister's position. Almost hundreds of amendments to Article 370 were made. So, and interestingly, today when National Conference talks about B teams against Sheikh Mohammed Abdullah Sahab or against National Conference, these B teams were started against Sher Kashmir Sheikh Mohammed Abdullah back in 1953. This journey of political disempowerment, only, this saga, rather, I would say, it's something that has happened only, and the only person who protected us against this, all of this, was Sher Kashmir. So this is a day not just, this is a humbling experience, a somber day, not just for the workers of National Conference, but also for everybody in Jammu and Kashmir, whose life in many ways currently continues to be touched by Sher Kashmir's legacy. Sher Kashmir, when he talked about Naya Kashmir, it did not really talk about 306 or any specific constitutional mention. In fact, it was first submitted to the Dogra monarch long back, even before 1947. So it wasn't really specifically. I mean, if you look at, if you read Naya Kashmir document, it was about the economic empowerment, a lot of which was actually put into place. It was about the dignity that people had. It was about the dignity the women had. Women uh, deserved, if you look at the document. So it did not really talk about 306 or anything like that. But yes, Sher Kashmir Sheikh Mohammed Abdullah Sahab, he was very clear in the idea that 370 had to be preserved. But not just 370, 370 as in the special status, pre 1953 special status, before people like Sadiq and Bakshi and Mir Qasim diluted Article 370, amended it hundreds of times. And interestingly, many of the people today, many of our rivals, if you look at the PGP or if you look at the PCP, many people who pretend to talk about 370, they were the ones, I mean, Mufti Saab, for instance, or Ghani Lone Saab, for instance, both of them started their career in Ghulam Muhammad Sadiq Saab's government, in his cabinet. Both were ministers in his cabinet.